What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Burnout Bob YouTube channel. Today's video, as you've seen in the description, the bike is done. I finished it. I know I was going to show you the whole process of this, but unfortunately I had some camera issues, and because of that I wasn't able to just stop the build until my camera was fixed. So that was my mistake on the camera end. I bought one of the cheap batteries thinking that would be fine for the camera. Accidents happen. But as you can see, just a little bit behind me, the bike is done. It is done, ready to ship. The owner's been notified. He loves it, absolutely loves it. Hope you guys enjoy the series. I will have more to come because a few of you have messaged me in regards to doing your build, so I greatly appreciate that, and it's an honor on my part that you're considering me to do the build. Oh, and by the way, I love the feedback I've been getting on that last one that I did with Dakota and Felix. You guys really seem to like that video. So I may do a couple more like that, find some more bikes between ours. Dakota keeps saying now that since he's beaten Felix's bike that he wants to race the Duke. I don't think that's going to be working in his favor too much. So let's get to the bike. Alright, so if you watch this from the beginning, this was a 49cc Honda Ruckus, and had some parts on it already, but he just wanted me to build him a nice clean build and get this thing looking good. So him and I talked, we ran ideas past each other, and this is what we came up with. This is super clean. I mean, it starts right up. Very nice bike. So a lot of these parts, about 99% of the parts here are from TRS, from the Ruck Shop. So all of this is stuff that you can order and do. So this is showing you that just off the shelf parts. You don't have to do anything crazy. I have nothing against completely custom builds where it's all handmade parts. You know, that's definitely doable too, but for not everybody that has the capabilities to do that, to have welders at home or machine tools at their expense, off-the-shelf parts can make your bike look great, just like this. So we went with the piloting headlights bulbs from the Ruck Shop. They just go right in the back, and you see I just ran the 2 wires right into the box, so there's no external ballasts that are going to be showing or anything like that. I did the Ruck Shop's Headlight Lowering Kit, brings it down about 2 inches. Powder coated that white, and then also powder coated the spacers behind it white, because those usually come silver, so that gave it a nice touch. Also did the stainless steel 28-inch brake line, so it's the braided silver or stainless, I could say, brake line. I did the Goodrich 90 up top with the Goodrich banjo bolt. Ran with the Adeline drum disc levers in silver. Did the Trail Tech Vapor he already had, and then we just used the clip-on mount that I designed at the Ruck Shop for the Vapor. Got that on there. We went with the polished RGS forks. Really looks really good against the old school wheels. So like I said, I did old school wheel front. I did the black front hub to give it a little bit of contrast up front. I also did it in the rear. He already had the 2-piston NCY brake kit, so I kept that on there. That's the same one that I had on my black and gold bike. As some of you have seen on the Instagram, I wired in the flush mount blinkers from the Ruck Shop here. And we went with the CNC bezel to clean it up. He already had the carbon fiber key guard, so I took that off of the previous battery box because he has a new battery box on here now. We did the Trs Ignition cover with the TRS push button start. I did the Moxie grips on here and kept the factory left control. I shaved it, as you saw in a previous video, and polished it up for him. He went with the breakaway mirrors, so they have this little pivot point here. If you were to hit something, it just folds in instead of potentially snapping. Well, something I did for the touch here is when you have your wires for the left control going down the handlebars, typically everyone uses zip ties to keep it in place. Even the Honda dealerships use that. They use the big ones. What I did is, because these are polished, I went on Amazon and I was able to get still plastic but polished zip ties, so it matches the handlebars really well. Just something that you do to keep it clean. I did the same thing right here with the zip tie. Probably could have been black, but I love the polished look. Did the Atr Harness. We had Ron 3D print this bezel, hold the stage 6 fuel gauge. It came out great. It's sleek, not too big, and you don't see the wires. NCY carbon tank cover with the Ruckus frame splitter and side steps in carbon fiber. He has the whole Ruckus dress up kit, which is for all the bolts, so it's up there on the headlight bracket, the battery box, the tank cover. Seat frame you have to order extra, but you select if you want the 8 or the 6 or 10 bolt. This one's the 10 bolt because there's 5 on each side. We went with the rear sets with the SMF pegs. I did 2 sets of SMF pegs and polished. Did the lowboy seat frame, the Oko carb with the uni filter. This is the red uni filter. You just take the red sleeve off and you get the black clean look of it. The Ruckus fatty mount that I polished. I did the polished zip ties on this as well because the black just stood out too much, so the polish a little bit cleaner look. NCY direct ignition with the Ruckus direct ignition mount for the motor. It's a billet mount that keeps that in place. Did the turbo fan in silver with the Trs fan cover. The Yoshimura carbon V2 exhaust from the Ruckus as well. The seat I got done from Cheeky. Sue at Cheeky Seats went back and forth with me and we came out with a nice pattern. I love the vinyl side, of course. We did a little bit different of a new design for the diamond stitching on the top with a little bit extra padding in here, so that's nice. The piping is carbon fiber piping. It's kind of hard to see, but you can kind of see it a little bit. My camera's not wanting to focus today. So to match the bike, we have the black, the white, and then the carbon fiber half piping to go with everything else. We did the carbon drag wing. Absolutely love how that looks on the bike with the flush mount tail light. Old school rear wheel, of course. We also went with the lowboy shock, the TRS ankle biter with the NCY dry face that I stripped down the anodizing on with oven cleaner, and then hand polished that. So now it has a nice polish finish to it. 835 belt. I did some Dr. Pulley 12-gram sliders. Have the TRS Ultimate license plate frame on there with the polished license plate cover, and then it has the LED lights underneath, so it lights that up at night. Did the lowered kickstand with the 12.5-inch stretch and the lowered handlebars. I did the NCY Plus 6 brake cable and then the 78-inch PWK cable for the Oko carb. This is an Oko 30. This is what I ran on the black and gold bike. They work out great. I love it. Did the Mikuni fuel pump with the new bracket that the Ruck Shop came. Well, it's not new. I guess it's an old bracket that we brought back for the Mikuni pump. And did the all-in-one clocking flange as well as the polished intake manifold. I did put a fuel check valve in here so that even if the bike was to sit for a week or two, whatever the case may be, that it would be able to start up no problem. let me go ahead and give you guys a startup clip. So there you have it. The bike is done. Hope you guys enjoyed this series. I will have more to come, so there will be more builds that I can go over other parts with you guys if you have questions in regards to them. Also, I got these new Burnout Bobby hats. They're embroidered. It has the new Burnout Bobby logo, and it's black with like a ghosted gunmetal in there. So if you like those, hit me up. I do have those. They are $30 shipped. All that money goes to helping bring back the content for the channel, allowing me to do more things and, you know, like fix my camera, update my editing program so that it's more up to date so I can get better videos. Again, thank you for all the support. I'll see you on the next one.